Sorry. Chinese. Fake news. So I'm a senior data scientist. I work in the two institutions, which is EMS, so African Institute for Mathematical Science, where I'm a lecturer and a researcher, and the National Institute of Statistics of Rwanda also. They have a partnership, so I work between the two institutions. And I'm based in the UN regional hub, so United Nations, yeah, regional hub. So yeah, that's all about me. And yeah, you are here for Excel, not Lemon. So basically, this is the roadmap we are going to follow. But before that, I'm going to ask whether you are comfortable with my English. If it is fast, then you stop me. If you are lost anywhere, stop me. We go slowly. Yeah. So second question is, we all know Excel. We have touched Excel one time in our life. So who has never analyzed data in Excel? If you want to. Who has never did any analysis in Excel? You didn't do? You do. So you already have a level in Excel. So I'm not going to go from the very basic, right? Sometimes you touch basics and then you come back to advanced level, yeah, building charts and so and so up to the Power Query. So this is the roadmap. So we start by constructing tables uh, and structured differences. And in two, we'll be having like advanced loops. Okay. So data comes in a tabular way. So we all know it's columns. So we'll be looking through columns and yeah. And you also mentioned something which is dynamic arrays and formulas and conditional aggregates. So you can sum if one condition is verified. You can count if one condition is verified. And yeah, we also have like logic and error handling. So if you are doing, for instance, a search, like you have districts or maybe regions, and on another cell you have or another spreadsheet you have information about the districts or any categorical variable you want to like join them. So sometimes if information does not exist on the other side, you get an error. So how do you handle it? So we'll also touch, and you'll be dealing with text, combining text, concatenate text, splitting text, so and so. And you deal also with dates and time. So if you want to like plot time series, you want to see something happening over time, yeah, we deal with dates. And sometimes dates are dirty. If you are having data coming from different systems, they have their formats. So sometimes you have to harmonize everything so that you can see at the end of the day the same format and be able to do your plottings. Yeah, and there's something called let and lambda functions. So you are writing your custom functions directly in Excel. If you don't find any function that does what you want, you can write your custom function so that you just include data in it and you get the results. Yeah, you can even give it a name, the name of your own function, and then you use it. So yeah, validation and named range. Yeah, this is very easy. So conditional formatting, we all know about it. You know, sometimes you have a range of data and you want to color them by maybe some rules. If a number is less than maybe 50, imagine you have a list of students and you want to know which ones are having like a distinction or in the middle, I don't know. Or maybe those who are failing, if your threshold is 50%, those who are below 50%, you can flag them as in red or something like that. So those are the conditional formattings.
Like if
Mm,
you want to analyze people's salaries
yes.
or income,
Yeah.
you want to know the
Lower,
category,
middle,
category.
and high. Yes. Economic wise.
Yes.
Yes, yes. And pivot tables, very, very important. You clean data, I think if you want to do aggregates, we have some way of doing aggregates somewhere here, conditional aggregates, but pivot tables are more powerful than doing the simple aggregate. So if you want to know, for instance, average salaries by region, I don't know. This is just an example I'm giving, or average something by region or by category of people. Yeah, you can use a pivot table, and the end goal of this is to have maybe a proper aggregate table, a summary table, or a graph, be it a column or a bar graph or a circular, which we call pie, donuts, and so and so. So Power Query, I think you all are developers, and this is the exciting part about it. You can load data from various sources, be it files, SQL servers. All of you are experts in SQL, so but I don't know if you can have access to any. But yeah, there is a link to that. You can, if you have your host and passwords, database, and all those, you can just connect and be able to see data from your server and use it directly in Power Query. And you can have various sources of data, even PDF. You can load a PDF, and if there's a table in the PDF, you can be able to use it directly in Excel. Yeah. So yeah, this is the roadmap, and you'll be doing Power Pivots and DAX. So once you have things, the connection in Power Query, you can use the Power Pivots and DAX very easily. Yeah, and the rest is charts and auditing and performance. So this is the broad roadmap, and we are going to cover, touch on all the 16 points you can see. All right. So since it is an hands-on, you are going to open like a blank Excel sheet. I assume no one knows Excel. Yeah. So we can record this data. I think it will take us like 2 minutes to record this data, and then we can apply those functions on. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah. Yes. So I'm going to open my Excel. Now I don't know whether it should open the presentation also here. Let me open the presentation so that we'll have a side by side something. So yeah, you can just do right click in the folder and click on new. And after new, you can see Microsoft Excel. What is it? Yeah. You can be able to create a new workbook.
You already have one.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So let's go. So what do we call it? Hands-on. You can call it 001 or 01. We are not going to go up to 100 here. And the data to be recorded is in the slide. So can we all see it? Can you see the data? Yeah, let's try to enter it in Excel. So ministry, quarter, approved. So you can leave this everything in parentheses. You can just leave it out, and then actual. So since Q1 is repeating itself 3 times, you can copy. So you can do Control C and select 3. ranges like this, and then you can just paste. Okay. Copy the first one, you select 3, and then you paste. And you have Q2, Q2. So for the remaining tables, I will find a way of just copy and paste them into Excel. You too, you could do the same. You have the presentation, right? You have a presentation. You have the PowerPoint that I'm displaying. Yeah, if you want, if you don't want to type, also you can just copy everything and paste it. Yeah, this also works. Yeah.
You can post it from the PowerPoint presentation.
Yes.
Health, education, infrastructure, health again, and education. Yes. To make it easier.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is actual.
Actual, and it's in million of dollars. Yeah.
Yes. Which one? Okay, this one. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Control A. Yes. This. Yeah.
You don't have to type everything. Just go and okay, you're done.
Mm. So it's better to have the PowerPoint presentation and you copy from. It's very easy and save us a lot of time. Yeah. You can. Are you opening directly, or you can download it? Right? Download everything. It's better to download everything. Yeah. Then. Oh, okay, okay. Are this your computer? Yes. Okay. Can you put them up side by side so that? Sorry. So, yeah. And then it's better. You copy from here. Control C, and then you just go. Yes, control this. Yes. Yeah. Or where is the flash? I can also put them on flash.
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah.
They are using it to install.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes.
So if you're using which Windows?
Hmm.
Windows 10,
You can still do for now.
the road is up to screen. Yeah, you can always
You have the PowerPoint open. This is my PowerPoint. Yes. So if you want, you can have them both side by side, which is better. All right. Are we all set? Hey, we're still installing from here.
No, it has another laptop she's using.
Oh, okay. So I can carry on. Eh?
Yes, please.
Yes, yes. So now that you have data in Excel like this, sometimes it comes in this funny way. It is breaking the line, because an option is directly activated. Okay. So what we are going to do is to let me expand a little bit, and I'll show you what exactly is happening. So it is due to this. If you click on the first row like this and select all the text, there is this wrap text. If you click on it, it's going to put it on one line. Like you select all the headers. If you click, first time it comes like this. If you click again, it's going to make it expanded. Yeah. Are you having the same view as mine? And now, if you want to you want to dynamically make like adjust the width of each cell, you can, you see how the arrow when you point on A. So you can, yeah, just for us to adjust things, and then you can continue with the summations and all those things. You're on wrap text, yes. Here, this one. Can you see? Yeah. If you click, it is going to expand. If you click again, it's going to adjust text into the cells. So let's expand it. Now we want to, like, this cell A to, you see how infrastructure is coming down. We want to also push it this way. So what you are going to do, normally, if you want to expand it like a single column, you just click between A and B. If you see a sort of cross arrow left and right, you double click. Yeah, it is expanding. Yeah, and you can also do it for multiple cells. You select everything like this. You see how the arrow is pointing down. So you select A, and then you can select everything. And now you can, yeah, E is coming, but you can also put it at the end to expand a group of columns. So if you double click now, it is adjusting everything. Yeah. Yes. So now the headers, we can remove those millions. You already know it is in millions, even actual one. You can do this. Make it simple. Have you ever heard of auto sums, automatic sums? Yeah. So if you want to maybe know the total sum of a column, you can either use a formula summation of, yeah, this is like basic. You can select from up and then hit enter, you have the total, right? Yeah, so if you want to calculate, for instance, the sum of all approved budgets, so you can put down here, or you can even skip one row if you want, but you point down and then you say equal sign sum. So there's a function in Excel which is called sum. So it appears, you can double click on it and select the range you want to select, like this. Then you can decide to close the parentheses or not. Excel understands. If you hit enter, Excel is going to close the parentheses for you and do the calculation. Okay. So the sum of approved budget by ministry and by quarter is 272 millions of dollars. So, okay. Now, if you have a formula which is already existing, you can also like use it for another column, another numeric column. So you can just go to the bottom right of the cell, then you will see the cross changing into black. So you can click and drag it to the next cell, and the formula is being interpreted in the other cell directly. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We come on. We touch on some ifs. There is some if which is one single condition. Some if it is combining some and if condition. So you sum if a condition is verified. And then now some ifs with S is when you have several conditions. It can be some if ministry is held and quarter is one, and so and so. Yeah, we have it in the slides. Yeah. Now you can also add a new column and make calculations, right? Let's say I can say difference between approved and actual budget. So you just point on E1. So this cell is called E1. So if you want to see the references, it's there up to the cell E1. You point it and then you can add another title. Okay. So if you want to know the difference is equal sign, and so the approved budget minus what? Yeah, minus the actual one. And then you hit enter. So the difference between the actual budget approved in for the Ministry of Health is around 2.5 million of dollars. So now, one practice is if you want. So the same way we use the formula here, we slide the formula from C7 to D7. The same way, you can also do it here, drag and drop. But now the question is, if you have a very large amount of data, are you going to drag until maybe 1 million? No. So the easiest way is to, you see the cross is black, right? You can just double click and then it will write the formula. Yeah. If you double click, the formula goes down to the other ones. Yeah. So for quarter two, Ministry of Health, I think they budgeted 44, but the approved one was like 2 million less. Okay. Yeah. So the way of doing this, like if you double click, imagine if you have like 1 million and plus rows, it will take the formula down to the 1 million rows. Yeah. Yeah, and then you see that,
Yeah.
you double click there. Yes, and then it will reproduce it. Yes. Yeah. Is it all good? Are we together or I should repeat something? Mm-hmm. The formula? Yes, let me go back. So I added a column name difference, right? And the formula in it is I want to know if there is a difference between the approved budget and the actual budget. So I just take the approved one and minus the actual. Yes. Then once you have the result, you can reproduce it. So reproduce it to other rows. So one way, if you don't have a large amount of data, you can just click, drag, and pull down like this. Yeah. But imagine you have 1 million rows. It is going to take you some few minutes. Yes. So you can still have the black cross like this and double click. Then it will produce the formula down to, even if it is more than 1 million rows, the formula will be replicated. Yeah. Yeah, since you are already here, if you want to color, for instance, a budget that was approved but less than what they budgeted, like Minister of Health quarter what? Quarter 2, we have a negative number. So it means that they approved. Sorry? Oh, okay. Yes. So imagine you have a very long spreadsheet and you also want to like color those kind of cases. Those who have their budget approved, like positively, means, I mean by positively, like the budgeted one, they got more than what they budgeted. So you want to color them green, and those who got less than what they budgeted, color them maybe dark orange or red. So you can point on the difference column like this. You see how the cross is? When you click like this, means select the entire column from the first row until the end of what Excel can handle. Do you know how much data Excel can handle? The maximum. Yeah. Mm. 1,000. Okay. Yeah. If you want to know, you can do Control Shift and then arrow down. It will take you to the bottom. Oh. Control Shift arrow down. So it will take you to the last line. So Excel can handle 1,048,576. Yeah. So if you want to go up, it's the same thing. Control Shift arrow up, and then it takes you to the first row. Yeah. Is it working? Yes. Control Shift arrow down takes you to the very bottom. Yeah. Sorry? So now if I want to know the difference between the sum of approved budgets and the sum of actual budget, how should I do that? the difference between approved for all ministries, approved and actual. If I want to know the difference between the two. Yeah. Yes. So the sum is already calculated here. So what should I do? The same formula which is here. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. So I can drag this formula out here and then I get the difference. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's it. Or if you want, you can also get the formula of these ones and then you slide it to the left. The same amount. Yeah. Yeah, so now that we know how to do calculations, add in columns, remove, you can delete columns also if you want. You can point on E and then you have the delete here. If you want to insert any column before difference, you can click on insert. So you have to select the column. And if you click on insert, it's going to insert it before that column. So you can still rename it and add any information. If you want to delete, same process, click on delete, delete. So now let's touch on what we call a table. So this is just a range of data. Well, we can take the range of data and create a proper table that could make our lives or our executions or what calculations very easy, very automated. So let's copy from ministry up to this, only this. Copy, and then we can put it down here. Right click. So we do right click and we have something we call spatial paste. You see the spatial paste? So if you click on spatial paste, you'll see 1, 2, 3, which means paste values only. Okay. Sorry. So have we copied and pasted data as values only? All of us?
Yes.
Okay. So now you are going to transform this range of data into a proper table. And that table will be recognized by Excel anytime you call it, be it here or in another spreadsheet. You can access all columns or the entire table. So what we are going to do is click maybe on ministry like this, or you can highlight everything. But yeah, if you click on ministry, Excel is going to guess the range. So we are going to do Control T, yeah. Or you can go to insert and insert a table. So if you do Control T, yeah, Excel will ask you whether your table has headers. Means that if you don't have headers, Excel is going to build headers for you. So you will see column 1, column 2. Imagine if I say my table doesn't have any header, it will create. You see, it is omitting. It is not seeing this as, yeah. But now, if you say yes, then ministry, quarter, approved, and actual will be your proper headers. So let me go Control Z and Control T again. Now I have to check my table has headers and click on OK. Now the headers of this table, are considered as the headers of my table. Okay. So imagine now if I want to access a quarter or maybe approved, I want to put approved somewhere. I can just say equal. But now there's something I didn't do. Let me go back again. Sorry. Control Z, Control T. So once you click on OK, you see Excel is giving you the possibility to rename the table so that you won't get lost when you want to call it. So now it is called table 3. I can rename it as what? Yeah, TBL budget. So now it is renamed. So that table is accessible now everywhere in the workbook. So I can say equal TBL. So now I can see the table. Okay. So it is accessible. I can even, if you use square bracket, you can be able to access also the columns of that table. So let me say, let me try to access approved, and I close the square bracket. You can see that it is already highlighted. You see, I just wrote the name of the table, square bracket, approved, got highlighted automatically. Means that if I hit enter now, every data that is in this column will be reproduced over there. Yeah, just wrote the name of the table, and in the square bracket I just put approved. So all the data of approved is there. So it means that you can access data from the table wherever you are in the workbook. Okay. So Now let's try to do the same thing. Adding a column name difference. Am I going fast? Are we together? Okay. The speed is good. So let's add the column name difference. Okay. Yeah, I felt so. Hmm. Double click. No, double click on the column. Square bracket. Yeah. Once you access it, double click. Yes, and then close. Enter. Um, I think you have to delete the space and yeah, it's better to delete the space in the middle. Even here. Mhm. Yeah. What's going on? Did you click? No, no, you added a parenthesis there. You added the one parenthesis. No, double click again on the column. Huh? So I don't know why. Ah, okay. The arrangement. Hey. Okay, okay, okay. Let me check. So I want to see the table design. Okay. Hmm. Okay, let me just do this. It is taking only one. Wait. What is the delete button? No way. Wow. So what could be the problem here? Okay. Can you do Control T again? Control T. Yes. Yeah. And then we tell you. Budget 2. So we should have different names. Budget 2. So yes. Then let's try someone here is equal to yeah, budget 2. Mhm. Mhm. Wow. How I don't understand. Like the same formula we typed over there, it's not working for me. Did we choose 2 or 1? You see the whole. Wow, it's not working. So what exactly happened? Hmm? Hmm. That's a bit weird. Yeah, while you're fixing it. So for a table, when you add a new row or a new column, it is adapting exactly to the table. If you have any formula in the table, the formula will be also replicated when you add new data. So when you add a new column, it will take the actual formatting of the table. So if I hit enter here, you see that it is taking the format of the table. So now if I include a formula, imagine now the formula, if I click on this 40, you see what it is doing? Sorry? Yeah, at means on this row. On this row, take the approved amount. On this exact row, take the approved amount, and then you can subtract the actual amount also on that same row. So what is good is, when you have a table, there's no need to drag any formula from top to down. You do for one, and it is replicated in all automatically. No need to drag any formula from top to down. Yeah. Yeah. So let me do Control Z. So if I have a formula in one of the cell, it is not necessarily like anywhere. Do equal, and then I can do approved minus actual. So I just have to hit enter, and then it will reproduce the formula in everything. Yes. And even for the for the summations, since we can be able to access everything that is in the approved column and the actual column. So if I write total approved here, and then total actual, and then the difference. So using a small exercise, using the table, since we can access approved actual and difference, can you sum the entire column here, sum here for those three values? Let's do it as a small exercise. So what could be the formula for the total approved? If you want to use the table name.
Yes.
Who was able to do it?
Yes.
You did it?
Yeah.
Okay, so equal table name. TBL budget. But before that, what do we do?
Sum.
You write the sum function, TBL, column name which is approved. You see, we didn't select anything. We just wrote a formula and it went to the table and grabbed the data and did the summation. And the same for actual sum, TBL budget. And now actual column. And same for the difference. So now if you want to know the percentage of approved budget by ministry based on the respective amounts by quarter and the total amount, how can we do that? I want to see like the 40. Yeah, the 41. How does it represent? How much does it represent on the total? Yes. So I'm bringing it just to demonstrate something. So let's, if you want to like insert another column apart from difference, I want to insert another column after difference. How do I do? The same. So do I put the cursor here or on F? I use insert, right? But where should I put the cursor? Is it here or here? If I put it on difference, it is going to insert it between actual and difference. So if I put it on F, it will be after difference, right? Yes. So now I can insert one column. Now I can call it percentage column like this. I can use this percentage, or I can write in full. Now, how do we calculate the percentage? Equal.
Total group. By column.
Now we take this one, right? Approved. Then we divide by the total, isn't it? So this is dangerous, what we are doing. If you do this, do it this way, you know, it is going to replicate the formula, and then you. This is yeah, this is happening for one reason. You know, when you click on, you know, this one was calculated. Actually, instead of dividing by down for the divisor or the divider or divisor denominator. So it is going down. So for this one, and for the rest, it went down here. If you want, if I click on this div, so it was also setting another value down there. So to prevent this, we have to freeze or fix I so that it will be calculated over this only. It is not going to move. So how do we freeze that? Touch FN. Yeah, before control, this one. The FN touch. So at the end, like this, you can use FN and F4. Okay. So now in the formula, you can see that there is a variable here changing health. Now, if you want to like change it into education or infrastructure, we can have maybe an input somewhere, and then when you activate the input, this is going to change. So I shed. Oh, all right. Sorry. Now can you see my screen? Yes. So I can create a drop down for the ministries, and now when just for us to know the functionalities in itself. So if I take this, you can copy a formula, paste it somewhere, and it will still be the same formula. Nothing will change. I can just do Control X and paste it over there, just to have a good formatting. So if I double click, it's the same formula. Okay. Now, if I want to have a drop down here, so that we'll be having like ministries. If I select one ministry, then the sum if will take it and then activate, calculate the total amount approved. So how do we insert that drop down? So you are going to go to data. You see the menu data up here. If you go to data, you are going to see validation. So this is the validation, data validation. So if you click on it, you can see data validation and choose the option from a list. Here, from a list. And now this list will be coming from ministries here. So you click on this arrow up, and then you can select the ministries. Then you hit enter, and you can say OK. So now this cell now is a drop down. Okay. If you click on this drop down, you're going to see the 3 ministries. Yeah. Now let's say I want to calculate the sum if now according to what is in the left hand side. So instead of putting health here, I'm going to instead click on this cell. Yeah. Now it is 0 because nothing is selected. Now if I select like Ministry of Infrastructure, it calculates the sum for only Ministry of Infrastructure. If I select for education, it is only for Ministry of Education, and so and so. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't see. Yeah, let me do Control Z. Yes. So data validation, you can just click here, validation, and from a list, you choose list, and now you will see the source of data. Click on this arrow up. Yeah. For source, you click on the arrow up. It will give you the possibility to select the range. Yeah.
Get data validation.
Yeah, it's this one.
Data tools.
This one. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you click on validation. Click.
like this. Different version.
Yes, like this. It depends on the version also. Mine is version 365. Yeah, it's the latest. Yeah. And that one you have to pay. But me, I got the lessons from my big brother. So
I try to
yeah.
crack with this one.
Now you click on list, and yeah, source of data. Then you select yes. Click and enter this and okay. Yes. Yeah. And then like, you can now edit the formula. Double click. Yes.
Always duplicate.
You click it. Yes, and enter. Yes. You're asking what is it is duplicated? It shouldn't be duplicated. It should not be. Yeah. So what you are going to do, you redo the process. Do Control Z, Control Z until validation. Yeah, from a list. The source of data. Only that is enter. And I think you have things checked. Yes, can you redo? Yes. Do again the process. I saw two things checked. Yeah. Put it near 142. So wait, we cell drop down. I don't know why. Normally should take one by one. Ignore blank. Cell drop down. It's weird. Can you validate? Click OK. You see. So education is coming twice. Oh. If I don't have like spaces after health, for instance, you copy and paste it from the PPTX, right?
This?
Yeah. You typed it manually. No, you copy and paste it. Yeah. So much wrong. But for is yours like duplicated? No, it's coming 1-1. Yes. What's happening? Which version is this one? Are you sure it is the same version that was installed? Or it is? Huh? Huh?
It's not mine.
It's not. Oh, this is your computer. Huh. Oh, okay.
It's Benon's.
So Benon should have. Let's see. So you only have one Excel. You only have one Excel, right? I was suspecting whether you have like different versions. Yeah. It is. But
What do you want to show?
in fact, something is happening like when we do the validation. Oh, let me do something else. It's weird. No, it should be
Unique value.
unique values, not duplicated values. Can you do your IC?
say something.
You do it somewhere else. Yeah, validation. I don't know what is going on. Mhm. 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 It's the same thing, but yeah. So maybe this is something is malfunctioning. So hmm? Yeah, the drop down is bringing duplicates, but not unique values. Huh? Yes. Okay. It should be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. So another option. Yeah, thank you for reminding me this. Yes, yes. So another option, like the problem you are facing, you can come. Yeah, this is also helping us covering something else, like how to duplicate, how to delete duplicates. You can copy ministry like this, copy everything, and then you can create another spreadsheet and can paste it here as values, or you can leave it that way. But let's say as values. And now we are going to remove the duplicates. Yeah. So you select everything, and then under data you will see remove duplicates. Yeah, you can remove them. Then you can build your drop down based on this unique list. Yeah. So now we can have another. You can go to validation. The validation, now you are going to take the list that is in sheet 2. Okay.
Remove the duplicate.
Sorry.
Option remove the duplicate.
You want to know how I remove the duplicates, or you are giving me an information?
You can use the remove the duplicate. This option that proves.
I don't get the question. Are you asking how do we remove the duplicates from?
You say you can use the new sheet and copy the data. You can use the option remove the duplicate that proves.
I think it's another alternative,
Uh-huh.
another way to do it.
And another
Means,
one.
Oh, okay.
so how I get
Mm.
you just jump to the solution without explaining the question. So the question we have is when we try to do a drop down.
Mm-hmm.
So it is bringing everything containing the duplicates. Like if we are having Q1, 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 and we were expecting to be having one Q1.
Yeah,
and Q2.
like unique.
So the way to have that list without duplicates, we just have to first copy the whole column,
Mm-hmm.
and then we go to the new sheet, and then we remove the duplicates so that we remain with unique values. And then when we are remaining with unique values, we just use that unique values to make the list drop down. I think that is it.
So what he is also saying is, what if you use unique here, right? Is it your proposal? Yeah, you use unique. It's not. It doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't work at all. Is equal to unique. Yeah. Yeah, this unique works. Mm. But directly in the formula, no, it doesn't work. Yeah, those are some small tricks. But if you want to get counts,
Your screen again. Share
it's the issue of internet. Internet is flapping.
the public one.
Okay. Mm, why XLOOKUP is more flexible than the other one. So we are going to see that. So let's copy this data again and paste it into Excel. So let's change this one using text wrap. Text wrap. And under E2, we can write something here. Let's just say ministry. You can just type ministry here. And let's just say we want to retrieve information for the Ministry of Health. Okay. So the VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP is just helping us to grab information. You know, we give it the ministry and then it goes to the main table to fetch for a specific information. Okay. So now let's first of all use the VLOOKUP. So when you are dealing with the VLOOKUP function, you see possible information here, like what are the inputs. Lookup value will be the value we want to fetch information from the main table from for, and the table of array will be this entire table. Okay. Now we have two options. Before even we do the VLOOKUP, we can transform this one into a table, which will make it very easy when we want to like provide the range of data to be used. We can just write the name of the table. All right. Let me do it by example so that you can see. So if you do the VLOOKUP like this, yeah, the value to be searched is education. And then where is the table array? The table array is everything here. Everything. Okay. But now the danger here is that You have to fix also the entire table. If you don't fix it, then it will be moving. If you are to drag and drop, imagine if you have like many things to be for which we should retrieve data for. If you drag, then even this data will be moving down. You understand my point? So to prevent A1 to A5 to be moving, you do the same thing, Fn, F4. What am I doing? Yeah. Okay. So that it won't move. All right. And then you do. Now, what is the index of the column we should retrieve data from? So ministries, ministry is index 1, right? Sector is index 2. Approved is index 3. So it means that the index is 3 here. And now the last option is, do you want an exact matching or an approximate matching? I think to be safe, go for exact matching, all right? So exact matching is false. You see, true is approximate, false is exact matching. And yeah, false. You can write false in full like this if you want, but in logic, false is 0 and true is 1. So you can just say 0. So 0 also means false. So if I hit enter, it's going to fetch exactly the value for the Ministry of Education in this big data. So big, small data. Yeah. So it has searched everything from here and then found the value for education and took the 55, put it here. So let me just add one other example here, like agriculture. And I'm going to drag and drop the formula down. So it has taken the 30. But now what if the agriculture was not written very well? I omitted something like the E or something like that. We did still find it. We did find it. We said exact matching. So now it's not going to find it. But now if I change exact to approximate, it's not finding it also. So normally this one should be also found because it's an approximate matching, but I don't know why it is also returning. But that was not my point. My point is now that you can get error. How do we handle sorry? How do we handle error directly in Excel? So this is an error. So sometimes we don't need to find to get things like this, which are not good looking. So what we always do to handle the error, is to put an if else, if any, if it is missing. If any means that if this is missing, then provide like you can say not found. Yeah. So if something is missing, you just say not found. But now what is, and with X lookup is combining if any and VLOOKUP together. Yeah, this is the difference between the two. Yes. You can use if any or if error. If it is error, then write not found, or if any, write not found. Yeah. Have you tried? You don't understand the logic behind X lookup. Should I repeat?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm repeating for us to understand. So actually, this is just because it is a small set of data. Imagine you have a large amount of data and you want to, let's say you only have this, like in sheet one, and then you have also other information in another sheet. And then according to the, like, and now the link between the other sheet and this one is this key, the ministry. So if you have the key, you can go and fetch data from the other table. This is what we are doing here. Like we just have ministries only. And then we want to just go and fetch for values that are under approved and put them here. Right? Is it understandable? Yes. So now the VLOOKUP needs arguments. So I write VLOOKUP. The first argument is the key you want to retrieve information for. So our key will be education. So what we are telling Excel to do, take the key education, go through the main table, right? The main table will be the second argument, the table of arrays, a table array, the main table, and now retrieve everything that is under the column index. Column index I'm going to provide. So first is the key education. So find education where? In the main data. So the main data is this one. I'm going to select everything. Yeah. And I have to freeze it or fix it so that it won't move. All right. Now, what is the column index I want to identify? I want the numbers, like approved budget for only Ministry of Education. Okay. So ministry will be index 1. This is index 2, 3, right? So I put the number 3, and I also need exact matching. So exact matching is false, so 0. Then I can close my parentheses or not. I hit enter, and it is going to query. This because it only have like 4 rows. If you have like many, yeah, it can be able to retrieve information. And when you'll be dealing with the set of data I gave you, some data, some data, data files are linked. The regional revenue household survey, you can maybe combine them together. And yeah, from tomorrow we'll see how to, by district or maybe by sector name, something like that. Yeah. So once I have written the formula for one, I can replicate it to agriculture. The problem is I on purpose wrote agriculture without E. That's why it is not able to find it. So if I add the E, then it will find it. Yeah. So let me just continue with these examples to illustrate why X VLOOKUP is better than VLOOKUP. For X VLOOKUP, we have to handle error. So handling error means that if something is not found, don't leave it as such, because this symbol means it's not a number or it's not available, right? NA, missing value, not available. So how do we handle it? We use the if-else function on it. Not if-else, I'm getting confused. If any or if error can work also. So you open the parentheses before VLOOKUP, and after VLOOKUP you add a comma. And now if the condition is verified, if it is an error, then the message you put in quotation will be displayed. So not found. So if the VLOOKUP didn't work, then the message you get is not found instead of any. Okay. Or if you want, you can change it into missing or something like that. Missing, not found. They're similar. If I add the E, will it still be missing if I complete it? What will appear here if I add E? The message missing will disappear because it is no longer missing. Okay. So if I move any number, it will be missing. If I bring it back, it will be non-missing. Yeah. Is it clear? Yes. Now this is example with VLOOKUP. Okay. Let's try now with XLOOKUP. Yeah, before we even go to XLOOKUP, let me show you why it is very important to even have a table. So let's convert our table here into a proper table. Let me just do control T, and my table has has headers. So even if you change it into a table, things still work. Okay, they work properly. But now I can write that VLOOKUP. So using the table, I can really do the same thing. All right, I can go do VLOOKUP. I take the table. I give it the key, which, yeah. And now for our table, I didn't give it a name. Sorry, excuse me. I'm going to go back and give it a proper name. So table design. Let me call it budget. Budget, and then you can call it budget approved, since it is specific to approved budget. Yeah. All right. Now I'm going to do VLOOKUP. The value to lookup is education. And now I will just provide the name of the table without even looking at it. So budget approved. So no need to even fix it because it is already a fixed table. And third column, then 0. It's the same thing. Yeah. And if I drag it down for agriculture, I obtain the same result. Okay. Here's the formula. It's good. Okay. Click on the 55. Yeah, go to the corner. Yeah, and then you log in. So, good. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now X lookup. This is now an example with X lookup. Yeah. So we are going to use. Yeah, it's the same logic. You provide the key, the range of data you are now you specify the column of on which you want to retrieve data and the specific column where we should retrieve the value. And I forgot even to tell you something that is very important. Like here, if you insert a new column here, you see the index was fixed. You see the problem? Yeah. The problem is now yes. What this cell is doing is looking for the third index 3. So if something moves, then you are in trouble. You have a problem. So we can still have a solution for that. Instead of putting the number 3, we can index. This is where the function index is coming from. Let me cover index first. So this one is to address the issue with VLOOKUP. So the index function will give you the exact index of approved in million. So you are going to array and then index references. I have 2 index functions. So what I'm looking for is the approved $million. Okay. So where is it exactly? What is the index of approved million on that range? So I'm looking for this one. The function should give me the index of this reference on this. So if it is placed here, it will be number 1. If it is here, number 2, 3, 4. Okay. So comma, where should I look it from? So you just copy all the headers. Okay. And since it is a table, you see, budget approved $headers. You can even type it manually. Okay. And if I close the parentheses, what's going on? I think I have 2 index functions and which one should I select now? I have a conflict of functions. Let me double click on this one. Copy. I have 2 functions conflicting. I don't know. No, please. I'm getting confused. Is much. The proper function is much, right? And then find where no, what's going on? Yeah. Is equal to much Lookup value and lookup value. Lookup value should be output dollar in millions. So where should I look it up? From this. And the matching, I think I can also say exact matching. Yeah, all right. Sorry for that. So it is not the index function. Index function is for another thing. So you use the match function, match where exactly you find approved on this range of on the header names, like column names, and we provide 0 as exact matching. So you see that now it is dynamically capturing the index of the column you are interested in. The more you add, if you add, you see the index is changing. Yeah. If you delete, so it is adapting. Yeah. So now instead of having 3 here, we can use the match function in place of 3, so that even if you move the column, it will adapt. But yeah, this is a struggle that X VLOOKUP does not care about it. Yeah, X VLOOKUP is very dynamic. So you identified the 3 problems with VLOOKUP, right? Yeah. So if you want to write formulas, are you done with this one? Are you done with this one?
Indexing?
Yeah. Now you want to do index, right? Yeah. Okay. Hmm? I've not touched XLOOKUP yet. No, no, no. Yeah, I was explaining how you can get dynamically the index of the column of interest. So I was not saying the truth. This is match function. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it working?
Yes.
Okay. So now, one thing we can do is to click here, double click on the formula, and just replace this 3 by this. This one way. Or we can write the formula in full also. So we write the match inside a VLOOKUP. We can do that also. So we can come here and say replace it into match. So in Excel you can use uppercase or lowercase, it doesn't matter. So open and close the parentheses and then comma Now comma is already there. And then you can say, I want to look for approved $M character from the, the header of the table. And if you have one at the same time to address the issue of if it is an error, then bring the message missing. You can also do that. So we have a full package, and you know, this is something X lookup does it like we are playing. You know, we handle the error and then we also index inside, but X lookup doesn't care at all. Yeah. So now error is handled. This one is saying missing, which is not true. Oh, okay, I forgot one thing. Zero, yes. Yeah. So if I have this one misspelled, it will be missing, and even with this one, it will be still missing. Yeah. Yeah. So now let's try VLOOKUP to see why we should, from today, use XLOOKUP. It's just XLOOKUP, and the value to look up is, we can take this one, comma, and then what is the colon corresponding to the key in the big table? So it is the colon of. So if you select like this, it can bring all ministry, but it's a lot. So we can simply in the bracket change into ministry. You see, it is also appearing. And where do we? What is the information to bring from this table to the small table? Is also budget approved. Then what? Approved dollar in million. So we close. And error handling is the last argument. If you don't find it, then say missing. And we have covered everything that, all the struggle that we was up is covered here. So the value to look up, the colon on which, the colon corresponding to the value to search in, and then third argument is the exact colon that we want to retrieve information from, and the last argument is the error handling. If it is missing, if you don't find it, then bring me this message. If error, if any, bring message. It's better than VLOOKUP, right? Anything wrong? It is not running. You can check with you. It's working.
It's working, but
Uh-huh.
I want to add duplicate.
If there's a duplicate.
Duplicate. We
Oh.
get what
So you expect if you have a duplicate, that's an interesting question. Yeah. I think only the first one will be retrieved. Only the first on the list will come. Yeah. So now you see how it is handling error? Yeah. So it does exactly what is up, but in a very fancy way. You just write corresponding arguments and yeah. And the formula is even shorter. You have your 4 arguments, but here imagine how many functions did we use? If any, vlook, match. 3 functions. Yeah. This is why X lookup is the modern way of doing yeah, the modern lookup. Okay. Yeah. And if you read through here, those are the reason why we should replace VLOOKUPs by XLOOKUP. Yeah, you only have 6 minutes remaining. I think we can stop it here for today, and tomorrow, if you can come early, we cover a lot. Yeah. I hope it was exciting. Yeah. And it will be like that until the end, until we get into dashboard. Yeah. All right. See you. Think we can call it a day. Something I forgot. You know you see the examples, right? You can even when you get into your hotel, you can still continue with the slides, so that you come prepared tomorrow. Yeah. So all the examples can be run tomorrow. Yes. Even the TV is telling us that we should. Yes. Okay.